the ultimate guide, crafting the best potting mix for your plants. Hello, welcome to 7 Garden, where we talk about gardening, ways to save money, and other special events. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you get notified of all upcoming videos. Hello, welcome to our garden channel. In this video, we'll dive deep into the world of gardening and explore the secrets of creating the best potting mix. Whether you are a seasoned gardener or just starting out, learn how to make the best potting mix. Is essential for healthy plant growth and bountiful harvest. As you can see, my plants have been growing in containers for more than 10 years, and I've been modifying my potting mix to make sure that it gets the best results. What you need for making potting mix is you need basic ingredients. You need perlite or vermiculite. This is perlite right here. The difference between them is vermiculite holds a little bit of nutrients. The next item you need is compost or composted manure. You can get your compost composted manure from your garden compost pile, or you can get it from the local farm stand, or you can get it from garden centers. I usually get mine from my compost pile, and I have a sift. I made a sift, and I have a video that shows you how you can make a sift like this to sift your compost. And then once we sift our compost, we can use the compost that we sifted for our potting mix, and also to feed our plants. And so you can buy, if I'm gonna buy compost, what I usually prefer is the black cow, which is really great, or composting manure, but you can get any other good ones that you have in your area. The next item we need is peat moss or cocoa coir. It provides some water holding capabilities, which is gonna help you be able to get your plants to hold some nutrients. So the more peat moss you have in your potting mix, the more moisture you can retain in the mix. But also make sure that this is based on the plants that you're planting. So some plants prefer some moisture, some plants prefer it to be really dry. So adjust your settings or your potting mix based on that. Sorry, there was some construction, and my neighbor was mowing the lawn, so the sound had to be replaced. Okay, let's get started. So we're gonna need 3-part peat moss. So depending on what container you're using, you might use a bigger container or you can use a smaller container, but it's gonna be 3-part peat moss or cocoa coir if you're using cocoa coir. So we want to measure the 3-part. Like I said before, you can customize it to what you want. If your plants need more moisture, then you can add a little bit more moisture. So since peat moss is very dry, we want to water it down and just mix it up a little bit because it's extremely dry before we start doing our mixture. So just put some water in there, mix it up, and then we are ready to go with the other mixtures. So I usually prefer to do the peat moss first because it allows me to add some water and mix it up, and then once we're done, we can add in our perlite. So we're gonna add 1 part perlite to the or vermiculite. If you're using vermiculite, you want to be very careful with perlite because you don't want to dust, you don't want to inhale the dust. So you want to, if you can wear a mask just to prevent it from inhaling it. So also be careful when you're mixing it in terms of it going into your mouth or your nose. And then we now add our compost or composted manure. So we're gonna add 3-part compost or composted manure, and then we're gonna mix it up once we have our 3-part composted manure or compost. So you just want to mix it up completely and make sure that it's completely mixing, all the ingredients are balanced up in the mixture. So like I said before, if you want more moisture, you want to add more, maybe add 1 or 2 more peat moss. But if you want it to be more dry and high drainage, then you want to get more perlite in there, and it will provide more drainage and less water holding capabilities. Since we're trying to provide the plants everything that they need in our potting mix, we provide it with rock dust, minerals like these. The rock dust will provide the potting mix with the minerals that it needs to help the plants grow better. So I use azomite rock dust, and it provides the minerals, various forms of minerals that's not found in our mixture. So you want to make sure that you have, you can use any other one, but I'll put a link to this in the description below. But you can use any other mineral to do that, to provide the plants minerals. The next thing we can add to our potting mix is fertilizer, any other form of fertilizer that would provide more nutrients. This is an organic fertilizer, and it's a slow release fertilizer that would provide your plants food for at least 3 months, and that is a good way to do it. Another thing you can do is you can add emulsifier or fish emulsion fertilizer like this one, and what you do with this one is you want to water the plants maybe once a week or once every 2 or 3 weeks, depending on the plant and depending on the temperature and the growth. But you want to feed the plants every couple of weeks, so that way it provides a lot of nutrients to the plants. If you don't want to do that, and you think that your compost and your potting mix is good enough, then you can leave it. But if you not sure, you want to make sure you get the best, you can do that and add it to it. If you don't want to buy all this stuff and you just want to go organic with the stuff that you have, and you have a worm bin, you can add worm castings like this. You can add a cup of worm castings depending on the amount of worm castings you have. You can start a worm bin. I have a video that shows you how to start a worm bin, and then you can get worm castings and you can use those worm castings in your containers, and it will provide a lot of nutrients that your plants need. That way you don't have to buy some of these other organic fertilizers. But like I said, it's up to you what you want to do, and what resources you want to use to be able to get the best from your containers. So you can see this is how it looks. It looks very nice, and it's very aerated, and it's gonna help the plants do much better. Okay, let me know in the comments below if you've been growing in containers, and if you've been making your own potting mix. If you have any other potting mix tips, please leave it in the comments below. If you have any other issues that you've had with your potting mix, also put any questions in the comments below. I'll try to answer as many as possible. Okay, that is it for today. I hope you liked the video. If you like the video, please smash the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to share. Thanks for watching. Happy growing. And all the links to the items are in the description below, and you can also support the channel by getting our merch. The link is also in the description below.